Does the Adani fallout in any way impact the case for infrastructure credits in India or in the broader region?
Our view is that the Adani situations affect sentiment, but it's not something that we think will have broader impact in terms of systemic or contagion effects. And it clearly, obviously, has a lot of idiosyncratic noises surrounding the company as well. And the reason why we don't think this has a broad contagion is, firstly, if you look at the banking sector, the banks have themselves announced that they have roughly around 1% of the exposure to the group. And you have the Reserve Bank of India coming out and saying that they do think the systemic integrity is still very much intact. And obviously, from us looking at the bond market perspective, we do see the Adani group concerns are not likely to spread to the broader US dollar credit markets for a few reasons. One is, if you look at the Adani group, the leverage have come down in the last few years. The bonds themselves are secured. And also, there are no large maturities coming through. So we do think that the risk of this spilling over to having a broader contagion or systemic issue is something that should be contained.
And on a regional level, Kenneth, where at sector or a sovereign level is the downgrade or default risk the highest? And how does that inform how far up the risk curve we go on a regional basis?
Yeah, so one of the views that we've shifted to for 2023 versus last year is we think it's a little bit more micro risk than macro. Obviously, last year you had the interest rate risks, you had the inflation risks, and then for a while you had concerns about growth and recession risk. And we think those are a little bit more on the back seat now. And what's more in terms of the risk factors is more the idiosyncratic side. And we think there's three areas. We've highlighted three areas which is worth watching for the idiosyncratic concerns. You know, obviously, we talked about Adani and in India, so that's something that we think needs to be watched for. We also talked about the China property, that there will be more defaults coming through. So again, that's another issue. And then the third one we've highlighted are these LGFVs, these local government financing vehicles. We do think that policymakers have been and will continue to be on a long-term trajectory to try and clean up much of the LGFV debts. So that, again, is also one area that we think investors need to watch for as well.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.